A pre-Thanksgiving snowstorm is one for the history books. Some parts of the northwest suburbs got more than 8 inches of snow. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us how people are coping with the first snowfall of the season.
Theodore Wirth Park looks like a picture postcard. Everything is covered in a white blanket of fresh fallen snow. But while this stuff is pretty to look at, it's a chore to get rid of. This Brooklyn Park couple got up early to clear their very long, snow-packed driveway.
I almost stayed 2 hours. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Local and county plow drivers are putting in work, clearing the roads. Some streets are still covered in snow and ice, causing drivers to white-knuckle it. This car landed in a ditch off Highway 55 in Douglas and had to be towed. The Minnesota State Patrol says that there were 126 crashes and 155 spin-offs from 7:30 until 11:30 Wednesday morning. Many folks are taking the winter-like weather in stride. This guy jumped on top of a bench to avoid getting wet and cold. And although this is a good day to stay indoors, we caught up with some folks who ventured outside to get some errands done.
My kids are really excited about it, but I'm kind of confused because I think it's more like Christmas. But just trying to get everything done before the holiday.
And some people took the day off to play in the snow.
We're having a good time.
The sledding hill at Theodore Wirth is a big hit with children.
Fun and kind of scary, but when you're with friends, it's way more fun.
Big kids are enjoying Old Man Winter's playground too.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's great the day before Thanksgiving to enjoy the snow, the first snow.
Snow and a day off from school? What's not to love? Sonia Goins, CCX News.
A Brooklyn Park church is raising concerns over trash being illegally dumped onto their property.
This past week, it was the worst I'd ever seen. It was actually somebody's deck still in place, cut out, probably 10 by 10, 10 by 12 deck, and probably about an 8-foot jacuzzi tub that was with it, and they just dump it on the property.
Revive Brooklyn Park Church also sees large piles of trash in their dumpsters almost weekly. It costs the church anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to get rid of the garbage. Wednesday morning, the church noticed their Bobcat had been stolen too. Anyone with information is asked to call police. Black Friday is synonymous with binge shopping and jam-packed stores, but the Three Rivers Park District is encouraging everyone to skip the chaos at the mall and instead enjoy the great outdoors. Three Rivers has an annual event titled OptOutside. They want people to forget about buying stuff and instead go outside to hike, ski, or take part in any other physical activity.
You can get out, walk off all that turkey, go on a hike with your friends or your family. You can go to Eastman Nature Center, visit the wildlife viewing area, see the songbirds up close as they visit the feeders, the deer, the turkeys that come to visit. It's just really a wonderful time to get out.
Three Rivers also has another suggestion when it comes to holiday shopping. Instead of buying things, buy experiences, such as a ski or tubing package from the Elm Creek Park Reserve. At North Hennepin Community College, there's an art exhibit up that can make you stop and think. Neil Pursley has a story.
This is my very first exhibition, and not only is it my very first exhibition, this building itself is where it all started for me.
Paul Akama Egbe's journey is fascinating. 6 years ago, he was strolling the halls of the Fine Arts Building, but not because he was an art student.
I was walking while patrolling campus, and then there was a student show, a photography show. Then I remember looking at all the pictures and I was like, this is really nice.
He was a security guard for North Hennepin Community College.
And a couple weeks later, I got my own camera.
He taught himself the technical aspects of photography. He's also finishing up his bachelor's in computer science. His photography skills are now paying for his degree completion.
People know I create art, I take pictures, but it's like there's so much more that I do.
He named the installation Multifaceted.
And when you see a single photo, there's so much more that goes into it, so many skills right beyond just a camera click.
The show is as much about his personal journey as it is about his artistic progression.
When I see an art that I admire, one question I ask myself is, who made it? And what state of mind was that person
His images challenge you not to look away, and that makes this installation a must-see. In Brooklyn Park, Neil Persley, CCX News.
The show will be on display through December 5th. This week's border battle between 14th ranked Wisconsin and number 9 Minnesota is a high-stakes football game. The winner gets Paul Bunyan's axe and will be the Big Ten West champion.
They definitely don't like each other. And obviously with the states being right next to each other, it brings that much more rivalry to it. And you have a lot of Wisconsin people who live in Minnesota. I wouldn't say it's the opposite way around. I think a lot of people try to get out of Wisconsin.
Kim Royston is currently the assistant principal at Plymouth Middle School. Royston has a unique perspective on the Badgers-Gophers showdown. He played at Wisconsin in 2006 and 2007. He then transferred to Minnesota and was a safety for the Gophers in 2009 and 2011. But he is not hiding his loyalty. Royston is all in on the Gophers for this one.
Yeah, I think at this point we all know what's on the line. And from everything that I've seen with the Gophers this year, they come up ready to play big games, not big games, and I'm looking forward to getting that win and keeping that axe and making sure that we continue to row the boat onto the conference championship game and beyond.
He is going to the game with some former Gophers, and he says it will be an amazing experience. We hope so. Travel safely, everyone, and have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Friday night, the Wayzata football team puts its undefeated record on the line one final time this season. The Trojans have spent the past 2 weeks preparing for their Prep Bowl opponent, Champlin Park.
The players can hardly contain their excitement. Playing for a state championship at the Prep Bowl is a dream come true.
I grew up watching it my whole life, I love football, and so, you think, oh, what if that's going to be me, or, what if that's, our team next year, and nothing prepares you for it. It's an unbelievable feeling. It's so awesome. It's such an experience. I'll remember this for the rest of my life with the friends that I've been with, every day for the past 6 months. It's such a good experience. I'm so glad I get to do it with these boys.
With an extra week to prepare for Champlin Park, practices for the Trojans have been shorter, but on task.
One thing I haven't had to worry about is, are they going to practice hard? Are they going to be, focused? And so their focus has been great. They've really been deliberate about what they come out and do, and they also kind of know how to have a good time, and so it's been a lot of fun.
Wayzata State semifinal win came over a run-heavy offensive team in Lakeville South. The Trojans are preparing for different challenges from the Rebels come Friday night.
They're a pass team, quite the opposite of what Lakeville South was. They got a good quarterback, they got good receivers, so we just got to be disciplined on defense, do your 1/11th, and that's basically it. Just play good defense.
These are two very good football teams, and sometimes at the end of the night, the winner just does the basics a little bit better.
We got to eliminate penalties. We can't have stupid penalties. Turnovers are going to be a big factor in the game, and I think we playing great defense. I think those things are a great formula to win, and I think both teams have good offenses, and so we're looking forward to the challenge.
Wayzata's opponent Friday, Champlin Park, has made an impressive run through the playoffs. They eliminated defending 6A champion Lakeville North in the semifinals. Jay Wilcox has more on the Rebels.
It's been a dream season for the Champlin Park football team, and they're enjoying the run leading to the Prep Bowl.
It's been good, man. I love these group of guys, man. We worked hard for this, This is no surprise to us, we expected this at the beginning of the season.
No, yeah, it's exciting. Just every day at school, someone at least brings it up at least once, either a teacher or a student just coming up to us and saying congrats and good luck for the upcoming game.
With Thanksgiving falling late on the calendar this year, the Rebels and all Prep Bowl teams got an extra week of preparation after the semifinals.
I think we were a little banged up after the last game, just sore. Everybody obviously played their hardest at every game, so this week to get back full strength for the Prep Bowl is huge.
We had a bye week before, so we already know how it feels like to have a week off, so it won't be too much to affect us.
Coming into the season, a Wayzata-Champlin Park matchup in the 6A final probably wasn't what most would have picked, but both teams have shown they belong.
People would have probably guessed it would have been Eden Prairie or Lakeville North or maybe even Lakeville South. So I think maybe Wayzata is a small surprise, and Champlin is probably a big surprise in a lot of people's eyes. But you got to take it week by week, and we have had some guys that actually hadn't played football in the past that came out this year and really stepped up.
The Champlin Park guys know they're facing a strong team, yet they're confident too.
Yeah, their defense is good. They have a lot of good athletes, so for me to make sure to know where they are always at.
Just shut down the run, Obviously they got a good defense, but, we got offense that's, could take care of that, so we're not worried.
Champlin Park's ready for the third Prep Bowl in program history. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Kickoff is scheduled for 7 o'clock Friday night for the Trojans-Rebels game. We have a special page set up on our website to view stories and the state playoff games for both teams. Head to our website at ccxmedia.org and click on the Sports tab, and then go to our Sports home page. Channel 45 has exclusive broadcast rights to the Prep Bowl. That is all for sports. More news after this.